What is going on? I know I'm about 2 minutes late because I was just finishing recording a video, but I am here. I am here. Make sure y'all go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button. I know I gained like some subscribers last night because I posted it up in the community tab, and I got a lot of people that came over and subscribed to me. I got like 200 subscribers last night because I was at 1.95. Now I'm at 1.97. So I'm very glad about that. My subscribers jumped over on the main channel as well due to that triple P video that I did earlier today. And the numbers are doing phenomenal over there. I'm very proud and appreciative of that. The algorithm is working in my favor. Excuse me. Yeah, I just got done recording a video. That's why I'm over here a little bit late. I had some time, but I didn't know I was going to be talking that long on this particular topic, which I will probably most likely upload, if not tomorrow, probably Sunday. But let's see, who do we have here so far? Oh, make sure that y'all go ahead and share the stream as well. I need to go ahead and do the same thing. Let me go ahead and do that right now. Let me go ahead and do that right. But how are y'all doing today? I hope y'all had a good week. I did. We are finally in the month of March. This is the first live stream of the month. Let's see who we have in here so far. Darlene, K-Ba, Dee, Jamal, Ashen, Gnome, Joseph, Tawana, Terry, Jonathan, JJ Smooth Art, Vulcan. I hope all of you are doing good. Bot Boy. I hope y'all are all doing great. Jamal said his birthday is in 2 weeks. Well, happy early birthday, just in case I forget. But something tells me that you'll remind me in one of these chats. Spidey. Barley said, had a good week. Time is flying. Time sure is flying. The first week of May needs to hurry up and get here. That's when I'm going to LA for my birthday. Let's see. Tia, Michelle, what is going on? What is going on? We don't have that many topics that we're discussing today. Just a select few. Trying to keep it at a minimum. If y'all hear me typing, that's because I'm titling this video. JD Smooth said, I know you're ready to be on the phone. I sure am. Jody actually, as a matter of fact, the video I just recorded actually is related to a video that Jody just recently did. And I'm going to post it up, like I said, either tomorrow or Sunday. And I think that there's going to be 2 games tonight on the channel because Jody told me it's going to be me and Maryland's Finest. So it's going to be y'all. They're going to be getting wrecked 2 times tonight. What's going on, Nino, Alicia? You said you listen to me, Phil, Lisa, Tariq, Jason, top picks. Well, we appreciate you. You said, am I preparing any games for that week? I'm not sure yet. I don't know if I'm gonna prepare any games for that week. I should, considering this will be my first time doing it like while I'm there in the studio. What's going on, Ashton? And make sure y'all tune into my channel tonight, my main channel tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I will be uploading my review of the Batman, which I did see yesterday. Don't ask me how it was. You'll find out in the review. You said you just got put on the Vicky. You said, do you listen to her? I listen to her from time to time. But I hope y'all are all having a good day and a good week, regardless. T, you said, are the scissors only on the live? What do you mean by that? Nino said, first live I caught in a minute, been busy the past few Fridays. I see that you be in the Twitter spaces that Jay be having a lot. Like you're like a frequent visitor when Jay ever has his Twitter spaces, but he does have some good content on the Twitter spaces. Like I think that might be a little bit of his lane between him doing lives on YouTube and him doing the Twitter spaces on Twitter. And I like that he uploads the Twitter spaces after it's done, so people who don't have a Twitter account can listen to whatever they were talking about. But he definitely does talk about some great things. You said you're going to go watch the Batman as soon as the stream is over. Cool. I think you're going to enjoy it though. Jonathan, you saw what this Ron DeSantis said to those students. That's actually one of my topics. That Ron DeSantis thing, that's actually one of my topics of discussion. It's actually my second topic. I have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 topics today. I only have 4 topics today, so this is probably going to be a fairly quick stream. Joseph said, I'm so glad I skipped Jim Crow Joe State of the Union. So did I. I was not going to waste my time with it. As a matter of fact, I'm not even talking about that today. This is my first time mentioning it because you said it. You said Twitter Spaces is convenient because I can close the app and still listen. Yeah, I like that too. Yeah, you can close the app. You can have your phone cut off and you can still listen to it. I do like that. That's one thing that the Twitter Space has over YouTube. Tia said at the top of the live chat bar, there are a pair of scissors. Oh, that's probably because I'm on this channel. Now on my main channel, they're probably there. And I think that's the clip. The scissors are like the clip, like you're trying to clip something from a video or a stream or something like that. But yeah, I don't think I have access to that on this channel because this is still a relatively small channel and maybe I don't have all the requirements in order to unlock that feature just yet. Ashton said Tariq just announced that he has a spot for the Hidden History Museum at Crenshaw. Well, that's dope, especially since a lot of people trying to give him flack for it, asking him where's the money at and where's the money going, why haven't you started breaking ground. I'm like, it's a lot of stuff that goes into making a museum than just getting the money for it and just boom. And it's not like you get the money today and boom, it's up tomorrow. But you know, they always have a critique for whatever it is that he does. But that goes back to the pocket watching thing that he talks about often. He said he didn't mention black people at all. Of course he didn't. He mentioned everybody else though. But like I said, he is a man of his word. Kamala's a chameleon of her word, as I call it. They said that they wasn't going to do anything for black people, and here we are. So that's that. Shout out to Tom Petty, Black Voltron. Cool. Hold on right quick, y'all. I want to know what I'll do it after the stream. I was going to make the thumbnail for the video I just recorded, but I can do that after the stream. It's not going to take me long to do it either. But it is currently 5:10, so we are now going to go ahead and get started with this stream. Like I said, we only got like 4 topics to discuss, so let's go ahead and not waste any more time. Oh, Tia, the scissors that you're talking about, I see it. I'm looking at it right now. I don't know if you're on your phone or not, but I can see those scissors that you're talking about. It's right there it's right there. You probably have to slide all the way to the end because you have the like, the dislike, the live chat, share, report, and clip. It's right next to the report flag, all the way to the right, if you're still looking for it. But yeah, I see the scissors that you're talking about. But the first thing I wanted to talk about is this Lakeith Stanfield picture that he took. And this actually pisses me off because I'm a huge fan. Excuse me, y'all. I am a huge fan of Lakeith Stanfield. He's a very versatile actor. He's a very great actor. He can pretty much act his way out of a paper bag. But I don't know what this is about. And I was talking to somebody about this the other day. I said, why does Lakeith have to feel he had to do this? It's not like he's trying to break into Hollywood. He's already there. He's never had to do this before then. why now? So he has on a do-rag, he has on a blazer, a black tank top. It looks like some shorts, some lace stockings, and some shoes that I think they said are some heels, and he's sitting with his legs crossed. This just like blew my mind when I saw it. But what kills me, and I mean absolutely infuriates me, is when you have people actually backing this up and saying, oh, this is gender fluid, this is that. I keep telling people, the more and more you keep allowing stuff like this to happen, the more and more weird it's going to get. And then they're going to try to say, oh, you're being phobic. Shut up. Talking about you're being phobic this and you're being phobic that. Don't y'all get tired of saying that word and using it out of context? But I did see the memes because they said, wow, I guess Get Out truly was real. Because, you know, in the movie Get Out, he was the first person that got captured, like literally in the first 5 minutes of the movie. And someone said he's about to get some huge roles now. And that's the crazy part. It's not like he was doing small projects. He was doing big roles. And what's crazy is Atlanta, which is a show that I love and that he's on, and he's actually one of my favorite characters on the show, that their third season comes back at the end of the month. I love that show, Atlanta. I don't know if any of y'all in here watch it, but that's one of my favorite shows, and I'm so glad it's finally back after they took like what feels like a 3-year hiatus. Ashton said, I wonder what his wife thinks of this. Good question. In case y'all did not know, Lakeith Stanfield he's married to a black woman. Like, I seen pictures of him with her, like on the red carpet, and they have a child together. Yeah, Knives Out, yeah, it was good. Terry Jones, he's about to get an Oscar. You want to know what's so crazy? He was nominated for an Oscar for Judas and the Black Messiah. He was nominated for playing an agent. I'm glad he did not win. I would have been mad if he won for playing the agent. But yeah, it's not like he's been in small movies. Like, he has been in big major films. He's a main character on that show Atlanta. He did the voice of Yasuke on that show, that anime Yasuke that came on Netflix last year. So why he did this, I'm not entirely sure. I almost don't want to know. It says the quote was further shared by the magazine on Instagram. Stanfield's photo shoot left several fans impressed, and many praised the actor for his gender-bending choice of dressing. Oh God, I didn't see this one. Look at this. Did y'all see this one? I didn't see this. They only pushed this one. Did y'all see this one? Hold on, let me see if I can blow this up. So right here, he has on this yellow long robe or whatever it is. He's holding a teapot that looks like it has a spider on it. Wearing these black pants with these Spice Girls boots on. Y'all remember the Spice Girls? They used to wear them thick ass boots. That's what that reminds me of. Joseph Washington said, "Well, y'all said come back with a second season after this." I have no clue. And I'm looking at this. This is not a American publication. This whatever this is, Replica Man. This is a UK publication because I'm looking at it down here in the corner. It says UK 10 pounds. So this is not a US publication. I mean, yeah, this is over in the UK. But I didn't see this picture because they only promoted the this one. Now look at some of the comments and look at who they're coming from. This one says from India Yesabel or Yesabel, however you pronounce her name. Black men embracing femininity is so important. Lakeith Stanfield looks amazing, period. Black women, this is a problem. This is what we're talking about. Look at who's praising this. And it doesn't surprise me. A black woman praising a black man embracing his femininity is so important. We got a lot of other stuff going on in this world, and this is what's being praised. And look at who's praising it. Let's see. The photo shoot of Lakeith Stanfield just did is fire. I like men who dare to be different. Are y'all seeing this? And you want to know what's so crazy? There was a video of this white man. And if y'all are on Twitter, y'all probably saw it. It was a video of this white man where he was wearing one of those muscle shirts. He had the tattoos, you know, kind of swole. And he was chopping wood. And you had black women literally in the comment section fawning over his masculinity. Yet you have black women in these comments praising Lakeith Stanfield, a black man, for embracing his femininity. Does anybody not see the problem with that? I'll wait. I will wait. Have y'all peeped the fire Lakeith Stanfield posted on Instagram today? The hair and the legs, the serve. Okay, we see you. Are y'all seeing a pattern here? These are all women that are praising this. Lakeith Stanfield came through with the looks child, definitely served. And then she put the fire emojis with the okay symbol. Now, this is a person from the academy. He said Lakeith Stanfield is so fine and put the heart eye emojis, and that's a person in the academy. So, yeah, okay. This person said Lakeith Stanfield, though, just sickening. Lakeith Stanfield, that's it. I just wanted to point that out to y'all. Don't worry, I'm just looking through some of the comments. Joseph said they might as well comment. Thank you for killing your warrior spirit. Tawana said he once licked his toes in an interview. I'm not surprised. I think I heard about that. Nino said, I wonder who was the last black male she praised on Twitter. Tom said, we are going to die. Jonathan said, but it's a heterosexual black man, and it will be a negative response. Janessa said, very sad situation, disturbing times for all of us. Tia said, you didn't know, but she's from the UK too. No, I don't know. I don't think that they are. These look like they're like the people leaving these comments are from America or from the States. Nino said it's like they're proud to dominate their men, but don't realize it's because the same folks holding her down are allowing it. Yeah, like I said, this is deeper than just him taking the picture like this. It's the response that's even worse because you're literally enabling it. You're enabling it. But anyway, let's move on to the next story. And this is actually about the one that someone in the comments mentioned. I can't remember who it was. And they were talking about Ron DeSantis and him going at these kids about the mask. You do not have to. Hold on, let me enlarge this so y'all can see the whole screen.
You do not have to wear those masks. I mean, please take them off. Honestly, it's not doing anything, and we got to stop with this COVID theater. So if you want to wear it, fine, but this is ridiculous.
All right. Well, it's good to be at USF.
You do not have.
Okay, so they're just looping it. Okay, so you had this event. I don't know what event it was, where you had Ron DeSatan, as I call him, come in, and the first thing he does before he even gets his wobbly ass to the podium is saying, you do not have to wear those masks. You can take them off. This is not Move It Theater. And then when he gets to the podium, he lets out this huge sigh of disgust, like, ugh. Now, one thing I want to point out is that, see, the black guy, the black kid right here, he's the only one that left his mask on. Everyone else took theirs off, but he left his on. He left his on, but he literally came in talking about workforce education and cybersecurity, but went at them about those masks because he doesn't like it. Well, Ron, if you didn't have your mask on, if they wanted to have their mask on, fine. But see, the thing is, he's been pushing the thing of, anti-mask this and anti-mask that. So for them kids to be standing behind him while the cameras are on him and they have masks on and he and his crew does not, it looks bad to him. So I think that's another reason why he went at them the way that he did. He said, y'all do not have to have those masks on. Just take those things off. If he could have cussed, he probably would have. And what's going on to everybody in the chat who just entered into the chat? Welcome to the live. Make sure y'all go ahead and hit that like button and share if you have not done so already. Subscribe if you are new. Hit the bell as well so you'll be notified whenever I go live on this channel. We go live on this channel once every other week, the first and third Friday of every month, unless, of course, specified otherwise. But this doesn't surprise me. This is the same Ron DeSantis who tried to implement a hurt white people's feelings bill. That's what I call it, because that's basically what it is. White people's feelings who's hurt bill, where you can't talk about white people and the atrocities that they have done, amongst other things. Ron DeSantis, Ron DeSnowflake. I swear that I refuse to call him by his real name because he's earned those titles that I'm giving him right now. And one thing I have to tell people, I've always said that, with Ron the Snowflake, you see how he's acting right here? Imagine if this dude became president. Y'all thought 45 was bad. Y'all thought 46 is bad now. Imagine if he was 47. Imagine if Ron the Snowflake, with how he's acting in Florida, just one state, became the governed of an entire nation of 50. Just look at the stuff that he's implementing in Florida right now. Imagine if he took that on a federal level if he became president. Lala Papa, yes, I did talk about Lakeith. That was the first story. I'm on the second one. If you want to hear about that, you're going to have to catch the playback. I'm telling y'all, if Ron DeSantis became president, y'all thought 45 and 46 was bad. He will be way and miles worse than both of them. I'm just being honest. Because if you've been following me on my channel, which all of you who are on this channel right now are definitely subscribed to my main channel, has seen me do several videos about some of the most, I guess you can say, what's the word I'm looking for? The most dictator type policies that he's been doing in Florida. If he was to take that on a presidential level, we are going to be in some deep shit. At the very least, worst, I should say, is that Ron DeSantis does not run for president, but if he gets elected again as governor, oh well, at least I don't have to deal with him. But if he just decided to run for president and he became the president, oh Houston will have a problem. JJ Smooth said, I honestly didn't have a problem with what he said, but I do agree he was probably acting in this manner to protect his image. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, because it would look bad for him to have them standing behind him with mask on, and he doesn't have one. And his stance on the mask is you know what it is. But notice at the end when he got done berating them, how he said, like that, like, oh my God, like I can't believe I have to do this. But based on this article, they said the parents of these kids, and maybe some other parents who weren't there, were very upset that he did that. He said the governor has no right to tell no kid or no one that they can or can't wear a mask, which is true because it's a choice. At this point in Florida, it's a choice. And the way that he did it, he made it seem like it was mandatory to not wear the mask. The thing says you have a choice to wear or to not. They made the choice to wear it. So to come up to them and tell them to take the mask off, and then everything else that came after that, that's going above and beyond, way beyond what the mandate is saying. It's not mandatory that you don't wear it. You have the choice to wear it or to not. He was putting them in a position where they did not have a choice to wear it. That's why I was saying that Ron DeSantis or Ron the Snowflake is running Florida like it's his own little dictatorship. That's why I said it is going to be bad if this man became president. I keep telling people, I say y'all keep worrying about Joe Biden possibly, whatever it is he got going on, and it's bad. But I'm focused. My eyes are honed in on this guy right here that you see on your screen. Jonathan said if he was president, he would choose 45 as vice. Oh, most definitely. And the supporters will make sure that he did. They wouldn't let him choose anybody else, especially since that's all he did when 45 was in office was kiss his ass. Let's be real here. He hung off of 45's nutsack. But I want to see what some of the article is reading. He says, you do not have to wear those masks. I mean, please take them off. He said as he approached the podium, honestly, it's not doing anything, and we've got to stop with this woo-bit theater. So if you want to wear it, fine. But this is ridiculous. It says parents of the scolded students shared their shock at the governor's outburst and likened him to a bully. And you know what? They probably saw, I don't know how they saw Ron DeSantis before this, but they definitely look at him in a different light after this. That's for sure. It says, stop bullying kids. Kevin Brown Sr., whose son was masked up on stage. His mother tells him to wear the mask. I tell him it's his choice. So he made the choice. And the governor has no right to tell no kid or no one that they can't wear a mask. He doesn't have that right. Another parent said her son Eric took off his mask per Mr. DeSantis' instructions because he felt pressured. And that's the part right there. Because he felt pressured. It's the way in which Ron came at the kids. I always tell people to pay attention to tone. It's how he came at them. He came at them in a very rude, aggressive way. And these are kids. They may be teenagers, but they're still by the law, they're still a minor, which means they're still a kid. He was coming at them like he was talking to grown men. Because I believe these look like all boys. Well, I'm sorry, grown men and women, because I see one girl. He came at them like they were adults paying their own bills. Like, who are you? The only person that who can come at me aggressively like that is my parents. And Ron DeSantis, you are not my daddy. So who are you to come at me like that? That's probably what the parents were thinking. Like, who do you think you are coming at my child like that? Now, y'all got to ask yourself one question to those in the chat. If this was your child up there and you saw this, what response would you give? Because some of you in the chat have kids. Some of you have kids that are teenagers. So what would be your response? If you saw this, how would you react? Excuse me. K-Bot said, if he catches movement, then I already know what you'll play the sun. Of course, most definitely. He will probably be one of PPP's greatest hits. that would be one for the books. And didn't his wife catch it? I could have sworn that there was a report that his wife got it. Because I know his wife has some health issues. He pretty much said, take off your mask, it's stupid, and take off your mask, your parents don't matter. I'm not going to read anymore. Y'all pretty much get the point. But yeah, it's the tone in which he used and how he came at those kids. And it almost makes me wonder how he talks to his own kids. JJ, you said, not gonna lie, I don't wear a mask myself, so I can't say that I would be outraged. Okay, what I'm saying is this. It's fine, okay, that you don't wear a mask and everything like that and whatnot. But I'm saying if you had kids, if you had a child and they were up there and Ron DeSantis came at your child like that in the tone that he did, what would your reaction be? Take out the part of you being, that you are choosing not to wear a mask and you're giving your child the option not to wear it. And they decided that day that they wanted to wear one, because you're giving them the choice that they want to wear it, but you have this random guy who up until that point was a complete stranger because he might be the governor, but you don't know him like that. You only know from what he sees on what you see on TV. If he came up to your child and came at them like that, what would your reaction be? Because remember, Ron DeSantis is not your child's parent. Okay, you said, but he should have used a better tone, and it came off as if he was selfish. Okay, that's all I was asking. I just wanted to see where people's head was at because, like I said, people can respond one way, but when it's your child, when it's your loved one that's on the spot, the tone and the responses will always be different, opposed to if not. Okay. Now that we've gotten that out the way, we're going to move on to another video. And I'm going to be honest, this video is going to trigger a lot of you. It most definitely will. So we're going to talk about this story that came out, I think, in Ohio, where you had this PC man punch this black woman in the face after he called her the N-word. And I think he called her NB. I think y'all know what that is. So this is the news clip right here, but I think it does have the video in there as well.
Hey, good evening. Thanks for being with us.
We begin tonight with new developments from Akron, where a 23-year-old man is now in custody after yelling racial slurs and punching a woman in the face outside of a bar in the Highlands Square neighborhood.
This entire incident was caught on video. We want to warn you now, the footage is disturbing. Brandon Simmons details the additional charges he's facing today and why the FBI is now involved.
And he was clearly intoxicated, so I knew that was a sign. I was like, this isn't good.
23-year-old Cameron Morgan was bar hopping in Akron's Highland Square neighborhood, as many do on a Saturday. But this was a night she'll never forget.
As we get closer, we all hear that he's being super, racially motivated.
Morgan could hear 26-year-old Andrew Walls yelling racial slurs outside a bar. She tried to get him to stop as she headed to her next stop. That's when Walls called her a derogatory name and sucker punched her before taking a swing at another woman just out of frame.
Flew me back. He was a big guy, and I just put my hands up on my mouth, and I was just trying to I just looked and I'm like, whoa, there's blood, and I'm just kind of in a daze.
Morgan suffered a busted lip and a concussion. Police today say incidents like this won't be tolerated in their community.
To see this video, it impacts our entire community. I've looked on social media, the comments, the outrage, and as a police department and as a community, we are in agreement that it's outrageous.
Walls is facing 2 assault charges and another charge for carrying a weapon while intoxicated. Today, the Council on American Islamic Relations called on law enforcement to bring hate charges, saying Walls is also a leader of the local Proud Boys chapter. In 2019, the Akron Beacon-Journal photographed Walls on the campus of Kent State University, where he claimed to be vice president of the Akron-Canton chapter of the Proud Boys. Police didn't confirm the connection, but said their investigation is ongoing.
We reached out to the FBI, and they're going to have a representative that we're going to share information with to see if this reaches something to a federal level. We're pursuing all avenues.
I just hope that, he gets what he deserves.
Now, Walls did turn himself into police earlier this afternoon around 2 o'clock. He's going to be booked into jail, and then police are going to question him about this incident and also about his past. Of course, we'll bring you any additional details that we learn later on, Russ.
Okay, Brandon.
Okay, so y'all just saw that whole thing right there. First off, this guy does not look like nobody's damn 26. I think they said he was 26. No. How is it that I'm 32, about to be 33 in a couple of months, and I look younger than he does? Shoot, some will say I probably look 26. When they said he was 26, I said, 26 where? I almost stopped the video when they said that. And I'm going to piggyback on what you just said, Jamal. I don't care if he is drunk or not. Like, what did they say? A drunk mind speaks sober thoughts. He couldn't have been that drunk because he called her an NB. So apparently he was well within his mind to know what that was and to refer to her as such. So I wouldn't rely heavily on the whole him being intoxicated and him being drunk. Nah, that's not gonna fly. You said that Donna said that even make them look older. Evil makes them look older. Yeah, that ages you. That aging process is crazy when you are that bad. And they said that he's a part of the Proud Boys as well. Yeah, some people had said that in the chat before they even brought up that in the video. But I'm gonna point something out that some people have already said in the chat to the women in particular. Stop trying to run up on these individuals like that, even if they are drunk, especially when they're drunk. Because when you're drunk, you're very erratic. You don't know where you're at sometimes, depending on how drunk you are. Stop trying to run up on these dudes and thinking you can reason with them or that you can fight them. I remember I did a video on my channel a couple years ago, and I had got some flack behind it because of what I said. And it was that video that happened down in, I want to say, North Carolina. And this actually kind of reminds me of that video where it was this young black girl. It was a young black teenager, and it was a whole bunch of black kids, and they were outside of a mall. And something had happened, and I forgot what it was. But anyway, it was a white guy there who kind of looked like this guy, but he was bigger, like way bigger. And she thought she was going to run up. She thought her little pint-sized self was going to run up and swing on this dude. And the minute that she put her hands up and started to move in on him, he almost knocked her head off. He almost knocked her head smooth off of her shoulders. And I said, I would not be surprised if that guy got off and they tried to hit, and he tried to claim self-defense. Because I think one of them hit him from behind, but he didn't know who it was because there was so many people. But he only saw her when she was running up, like, and had her hands up like she was about to swing. And she almost started to swing. And he went one swoop, like a clothesline, and knocked her to the ground, and she was almost knocked out. Then you got the video that many of you are well aware of that happened on the train back in a few years ago. The guy with the 8-ball jacket who was a bouncer, and one of those girls on the train thought she was big and bad, and she decided she was gonna hit this guy from the side. He turned around and smacked the sonic rings out of her. Y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. And she ended up getting charged with something. He didn't get any charges towards him because he was just defending himself because she swung first. Then, of course, you have The Cleveland bus driver, you know, the one who uppercutted that woman and threw her off the bus because she was messing with him while he was driving. And then the final straw was when she spat on him. I said, at that point, the gloves come off. I don't care who you are. Spitting on someone is one of the most disgusting things you could ever do. But I said all of that to say this. To the ladies out there, stop trying to run up on these men. Let the other guys around you, if they are any around you, take care of the situation. And if you do plan on running up on these men, at least make sure that you have something on you that will help and aid in this, because your little hands probably will not do much. You better make sure you have like a taser or something on you. Now, where the hate crime comes in, of course, is the fact that he called her the N-word. Now, that's where the hate crime charges will kick in, on top of the obvious assault charges. What will come of this? I'm not sure. What should come of this is definitely some jail time and definitely a fine, for sure. But yeah, there's, like I said, there's some lessons to be learned when it comes to videos like this. Is it messed up? For sure, that he hit her and called her the N-word. Definitely, we not going to turn a blind eye to that. And then find out he's a part of the Proud Boys. That's par for the course. But at the same time, stop trying to run up on these dudes. Whether you think that you're going to get one up on them, or if you're going to try to reason with them. If she was trying to reason with him, that was dumb on her part. The guy's drunk. He's not trying to be reasoned with. If you trying to run up and try to hit him, well, I don't know what she was trying to do. Donna said, Torian, I tell these women to have something on them. Yes. And if you don't have a taser or anything or a firearm, have some mace or pepper spray, something that can spray out of a bottle. That way you can get them from a distance as they're coming up on you. Because the best thing that she could have did is if she had some mace and he was walking up on her like he was, pull that thing out, a good spray would have made him fall back. But when you leave yourself wide open, don't think they're not going to hit you. And then him being in that moment when he was drunk and you walked up on him like that, he probably saw you as someone who's probably going to attack him, even if you weren't. Because in that moment, he saw someone who was ready to fight. But I'm glad that she's doing okay regardless, because they said that she had a busted lip and a concussion. So he hit her pretty damn hard. Even though in the camera viewing, it doesn't look like he hit her that hard, but apparently he did. Now I'm going to move on to the last story. Excuse me. Like I told y'all, this is going to be a quick stream, probably about a good hour because it's already 5:45. And that's talking about what's going on with the Africans in the Ukraine. If wake-up calls was a thing, what's going on with them Africans in the Ukraine right now would definitely be it. So as you already know and already have been seeing for the last week or so, what has been going on in the Ukraine is it's a mess over there. One big mess over there. People are trying to get out. People are trying to get back to their homelands or whatever the case may be. But the Africans over there, they are going through it. I mean, I've seen video after video after video. I think one of the most craziest ones I saw was this black woman with this African woman and her child outside in the freezing cold. And shout out to Professor Black Truth on the Moment of Truth videos that he's been doing for this week. He's talked or touched on this topic a couple of times throughout the weekend. He definitely made some very interesting points. And August said, I'm not praying for the Ukraine. That's what I was saying as well. If you are a black person and you see what's going on in the Ukraine with those Africans, and you talking about you praying for the Ukraine, you need your head examined. You need your head checked if you are saying out of your mouth, I am praying for the Ukraine, and you're black. They would not get 1 ounce of a prayer out of me. But as for the African people, the people who are African and over there, now you see what us as Black Americans or FBA have been saying for so long. I said on my Twitter account the other day, WS is a global system. It is not relegated to just the US and just Black people in America. Well, FBA. It is a global system that will touch any and everything that it wants to touch, especially if you look like me. So you can claim that you are not black, that you're African. Hell, you can go the OJ, the Orenthal, James Simpson route and say, I'm not black, I'm OJ. But they know. They know. But one of the craziest things that I saw this week was, I think it was the president of Zanzibar literally opening up Zanzibar to like 500 Ukrainians, while their own, I don't know how you call it, Zanzibarians, I'm not sure how they refer to themselves, to their own people, they left them out in the cold. You let them come in there and literally come to what looks like a resort, while your people are still stuck in the Ukraine, freezing. I said a nation of backstabbers. A nation of backstabbers. That's a very good, that's a very potent and powerful song. That backstabber song, and I think it's about the OJs. That applies to the president and the leaders of Zanzibar. Noam said it ain't no different than those Negroes that had the Paris flag in their Facebook profile pics a year or two ago. Yo, yeah, I remember that. I didn't listen. I remember that when stuff was going on over in France. I didn't say pray for France. I did not change my profile picture to the French flag or put it over my profile picture. I wish I would. France ain't no better. And I agree with some of y'all in the chat. This should be a wake-up call to them, but for many of them, it will not be a wake-up call. They are after this is over, they're gonna go back to business as usual. But one thing I did want to share with you, and this was a video that Tariq posted up on his his Twitter account, was of this African individual right here, who I guess is trying to make amends with FBA after we told them about what the deal was. And these are some of the same people that have referred to us to things such as Akata, and then try to tell us it's not what it means when it really is what it means. So I'm gonna go ahead and play this video. It's about a minute long, and y'all hear what he has to say.
I think what is happening to black people right now in Ukraine during this war period should...
And pay attention to the caption. It says all blacks are Africans. No, all blacks are not Africans. Let's get that straight right now. Let's nip that in the bud right now.
Serve as a lesson to all blacks, both in America, both in the UK, who often think that they are not Africans. And that
I don't think I am. Do y'all? I got a question. Do y'all think you're Africans? I mean, he said it. Do y'all think you're an African? Because I can't call myself that. My lineage, like is here. Okay, Milani said no. Donna said no. Dee Dee said absolutely not. Craig said no. Jonathan said no. Let me run that back again so y'all can hear what he said.
America, both in the UK, who often think that they are not Africans and that they are better than other Africans from Nigeria, Ghana, and all that, and that they are not one because they were born in UK, born in America, and whatever. They are citizens. This should serve as a lesson to you that we are all one black people.
Now you want to do the kumbaya thing. Okay. Wasn't it some Africans on Twitter a couple weeks ago, maybe a couple months ago, and one of them said that they're going to come over to America and steal all the jobs from Black America, from FBA. Man, I wish I did a video about that. When I saw that tweet, I was furious. I'm like, you are all the way in Africa and you're talking about you're going to come over here and steal all the jobs from us? First off, most of the jobs that are created aren't even created by us. So you're going to be stealing jobs from white people is what you're saying. And then when we said that, they was like, no, we don't have to come over there and do it physically. We can do it digitally. We don't have to even leave our home to do it. We'll just do it from here. I remember seeing that. Some of you who follow me on Twitter saw that or saw that tweet.
All over the world, and that you are not better than other blacks. Because when it comes to a showdown...
Hold on, let me see this comment. Joseph said it's not too late to do that video. It is, because I don't know where that tweet is. Like I said, that was from a couple months ago, or maybe about a month or two. I don't know when it was, but it was a while back. So I couldn't even find that tweet now because I don't even remember who posted it, but I remember seeing it. Usually what I do is if someone sends me something on Twitter, what I'll do is I will send the tweet to myself in a DM. That way I'll have it. What I should have did was that with that particular tweet, and then I might have, gone and done a video about it, which I should have did at the time. But I said the nerve that this person actually had to come out of their mouth and say, they're going to come over here and steal the jobs from us. They made sure to specifically say us, as in FBA, not any other group that's here, but us. They talking about, you had Africans over on the continent talking about they're going to come over here and take jobs away from us. It's hard enough for a lot of black people to get a job nowadays anyway. You want to come over and try to take what a lot of black people have to scrape to try to get? This is why I say a lot of black people need to look into going into business for themselves. That way they cannot try to come and steal that from you. And the fact that that person even said that, I said they got that colonizing spirit in them. They want to come and take from us when we barely getting by ourselves. See, Craig is in the chat. He said he remembers that tweet. So I just want people to know that I'm not making this up. I have a witness right there in the chat. You look just like me. Is that enough? You don't even want to call yourself black, but I know you want to, it's a tribalism thing. You want to go by your nation. Okay, whatever. But to say out of your mouth, I'm going to come over and take your jobs. I'm going to take jobs from FBA, and then had his co-colonizing cohorts agreeing with him, because it got a lot of retweets and a lot of likes, agreeing with what he said. And that was right at the height when we was really going at their neck. So I don't know if he was saying it because his feelings was hurt or if he really meant it. But for me, it's a combination of the former and the latter. And the fact that he even said it was absolutely egregious. Steve Jennifer, she's in the chat. She says she saw it too. So I just want y'all to know that I'm not making this up. Donna says she heard it in Tariq's video. I know Tariq saw it. Exactly, Donna. And look at what's happening now. I wish I could have saw that. See what that person is saying right now.
America, UK, Ukraine, we always put their citizens first before you because you're black. So stop thinking that you are not black. You are not from Africa. So long as you're black, born in wherever place you were born from, you are an African. The earlier you embrace it, the better for you. And stop.
And that's the end of the excuse me, the video. But this is Tariq's page right here. He says, but when FBA tries to tell them this, they tell us to shut up Akata and just work hard. He's basically just reiterating what we have been saying to them in particular for weeks, months, years. But when we say it, this is what we get met with. And that's just a piece of what we get met with. But now this coming from this guy, then they'll actually believe it, or will they? And like y'all was saying in the chat, most of them will not change. This is a huge wake-up call for them, and they will still act in the same way they have been acting before this and after this. This could possibly be one of the biggest wake-up calls of their life. And they still won't get it. They still won't get it. My bad, y'all. I didn't know I was muted. But like I was saying, it was a video that I was looking for on my Twitter account that I saw today. And it was a 2-minute video showing the culture of Black Americans, of FBA in America. It was a 2-minute video, and I wish I had sent it to myself because I definitely wanted to show that to you. But it was a very nice comp video that someone put together. And it was playing over a song. I can't think of what the song was. If y'all couldn't hear me, that's because I had muted the StreamYard by mistake and didn't know that I had not muted it. But y'all can hear me now. But yeah, it was a 2-minute video of showing or just giving a glimpse of Black culture or Black American culture. And I wanted to show that because a lot of people often like to say that Black Americans, the FBA doesn't have a culture. Like, we don't drive culture. I said that is a lie. We definitely drive culture. I've said for years that Black Americans in particular in the diaspora, when it comes to the diaspora, we are the trendsetters of the world. We literally have left a stamp on every corner of this earth in various nations around the globe. And that is a fact. That is not an opinion. It just is what it is. Man, I wish I had that video, but I'm mad as hell that I can't find it. But yeah, I really wish y'all would have saw it. I might have had to mute it because I don't know, that music might have been copyrighted because that is an actual song. It wasn't like a non-copyrighted instrumental. but it was a dope video. If I happen to come across it, what I might do is post it into my community tab, and y'all can go check it out over there. But like I said, Black people, Black Americans in particular, FBA, we literally drive and push the culture forward. And that's not just within our own culture, within just us. Everybody else bites off of us. I saw a video today that Kev on Stage posted on his Twitter account, where you had this white girl posted up a TikTok video where she clearly had her hair with the edges, you know, the edges that like a lot of Black women get, that, you know, they kind of get the edges with the squigs right here, the baby hairs. That's what I'm talking about. The baby hairs. That's the edges. The baby hairs. And she called it sticky something. I'm like, get out of here. This is like the Marc Jacobs with the little bun thing that he tried to do and but it was really Bantu knots. But I guess they put it on a white woman, then it's all good then. Yes, exactly. Yeah, Donna, the baby hair. I was like, get out of here with that. And then it looked fake. It almost looked like she got it from the store and she kind of glued it onto the side of her forehead. But they said we don't have a culture. Okay. Keep telling yourselves that. But anyway. Says sticky bangs. Okay, that's what it was called. It looked horrible. Sticky bangs. And they didn't even look like bangs. Because I'm thinking of bangs, I'm thinking about, you know, the hair that just kind of hangs in front of the forehead. And sometimes if they're long enough, they kind of go into cover the eye. That wasn't it. Donna said she took the video down and closed her Instagram because they went in on her. I'm sure they did. But they say that we don't have no culture. But yeah. Anyway, that was the last story I wanted to talk about. That's going to end the stream for today. I told you it was a short stream. It's already 6:03, so we've literally been here for a little over an hour. But shout out to everybody that came through. Shout out to everybody who was new and subscribed to the channel. I will be back on this channel in 2 weeks. I'll be back on live streaming on the main channel next week. And I don't know what I'm going to talk about over there. I like to kind of do like special live streams on that channel, like where I focus on one topic. I think I know what I'm going to talk about. It was a topic that I wanted to talk about a couple weeks ago, but the whole Joe Rogan situation kind of took precedent. So I'm going to probably go back to that original topic I was going to talk about next week. Make sure y'all are subscribed to this channel, subscribe to the main channel. I will be uploading my Batman review this evening at 9:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Make sure y'all go and check that out. There are some spoilers that are going to be in there, so that's the disclaimer. If you have not seen the movie yet and you do plan on watching it, I would highly suggest that you bypass this review until you have seen it, and then you can go back and watch it, because I don't want anybody saying, oh, I was spoiled it for you. I gave the disclaimer here, and I'm giving it over there too. So you can't say that I didn't warn you. With that being said, I'm going to go ahead and end the stream, and I will talk to you all in